Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yes, Sita Priti.
Okay, is it?
Yeah, you can make Krishna as the co-host.
Okay.
Then what are you?
Okay. What is two devices?
What is your name? Tell.
Ana Sita Priti Devi Das.
Are Baba, me ko nahi pachita.
You are already Devidasi. Just start a video.
I think Krishna. No, you have joined something else. Wait.
No, I'm not.
Mataji, Sita Priti BS it is there na. Can you
Yeah.
make that as co-host? Sorry.
Sure, why not?
Sita Priti BS it is, I guess. He is
Sita Priti
DTBS. Sorry. Because I'm on phone and he's on the laptop.
Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Vinita.
Mataji, ask him to start it.
Krishna.
Okay.
Yeah, he's
Start.
there. Mataji. Kela?
Thank you, Media Mataji. Thank you, Sita Priti Mataji.
Hi, Krishna. Yes, mute hello me.
Wait, Hare Krishna, everyone. Can you hear me?
There's a lot of echo.
Yeah, Mataji, I will log out from my phone once again. Yeah. They can see you. Yeah, you can see.
Wait, is the audio on or is it okay?
Just ask them, can they see you?
Yeah, we can hear you.
You can see and hear me?
Yes, perfect.
I'm not doing. I'll see if he's muted.
Okay, everyone. So I'll be teaching you 3 crafts to do today. So today I'll be teaching how to do a painting like this. And then I'll teach how to do a pop-up card, and then I'll do finger painting. Okay.
What do you want first? If you want a painting,
So what do you want to learn first? Do you want to do the painting first, the pop-up, or finger painting? Everyone's on mute.
Painting. Painting.
And then we'll be doing the painting first.
Pop card.
Let's do the.
So to start off with the painting, take a small canvas. It can be this small, or it can be around. It can be any size, but remember, it has to be a small canvas.
Tell them to show you.
Do all of you have canvases with you?
Show them. Foil and this.
If you all have canvases, please show your canvases so I can get a. Okay, so most people have canvases, right? Okay, good. So now we'll start. It can be any size. It doesn't have to be this small. That's later on. Keep that later on. And if you have the canvas, now bring I don't need this right now. It's gonna get crumpled up.
Okay, then keep it.
Okay, good. So we'll start with the painting. So all of you have acrylic paints, right?
Hi, Krishna. We don't have acrylic paints. Can we use normal watercolors?
Watercolor won't work for this because it's too light. It won't work for this.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, sorry. Okay, so if you have acrylic paints, then choose 3 of your favorite acrylic paints, and you can use those to make the painting. So I'm choosing purple, blue, and pink.
What color do we need?
It doesn't have to be the same colors as me. You can choose any colors that you like.
Okay.
And it has to be 3 colors. Okay, so once everyone has the 3 colors, please show them on the camera so I can see.
I just want to ask. If we need a card or a... Is it okay when I get this?
Hmm?
Is it okay? Can I get this?
Who are you so I can see your image?
Monish?
Moni. Hold on. Let me see your screen.
That is
Right.
foam paper.
This is a foam paper.
Foam. No, no. It has to be canvas. It has to be a canvas.
Oh, I don't have campus one.
Canvas.
If it's not a canvas, then if you have some thick paper, you can use that too. But foam won't work.
Your paper and then put cardboard behind it.
Thick one.
Yeah, yeah. If you don't have a canvas, then you can take some printer paper and put cardboard behind it. That'll work, but it won't work as well, but it'll still work.
Okay.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Do we have to have paintbrushes for this craft?
No, you don't need paintbrushes. You only need a canvas, paints, and then later on you're gonna need some plastic wrap.
Prabhuji, how about this? Prabhuji, how about this?
Is that paper?
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll work. It'll work.
Okay.
I have a question. Does the paint have to be in the, can it be in tubes? Like it's acrylic paint in tubes?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what's it in. What it's in, as long as it's acrylic paint.
Miss Shati. No, then you're just having I only have washable paint. Will that work?
How many paints do you need?
3 or 4 of your favorite colors. Any colors will work.
Okay, thank you, Mataji.
I don't have acrylic paint. I have washable paint. Will that work?
Is it like liquid paint or is it like a cake that you need to put water in? Is it liquid? Let me. Oh, it's liquid, right? Yeah, yeah. That'll work too.
Is these okay?
Okay, now,
Do they have to be a specific color?
Okay.
any colors, any.
No, he has made a card.
Okay, thank you, Mataji.
Don't listen, then I will not help you.
Okay, just
So I'm gonna start with the.
sit down nicely. Use this.
So to start, take your canvas. It has to be. It can be.
You see?
Take your canvas and take your colors. Okay. So these are the colors I'm using.
But now, what you have to do is,
Quick
if
question.
you do it, then still
Color.
I cannot hear you.
We can't hear you.
Now you can.
Mataji, we can't hear you.
Wait, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Can you unmute now? I muted all. It's becoming disturbance. Your voice not
Okay.
coming. Now you can
Now
speak.
we'll start. We'll start, okay? So take your canvas, set it in front of you, and take your 3 or 4 colors and choose one main color that you're using. My main color is going to be purple, okay? So what you do is, look, first watch me do it, and then you do it, okay? So you take your color, and you just pour it across it, like that. So look, you just take your paint and you pour it across the canvas. So it can be in a line, it can be in a dot, but it has to be a decent amount of paint, okay? Not just a little. Look like this. You can add the paint in other places if you want, but don't put too much of one color. But okay, so now, everyone do that, please. Right, so after you're done with putting that main color, right? Choose another color that out of the colors you have. And then do the same thing like you did with the other, but do it less. So pour it in other places. So this can go here. Like this. So everyone do that with your two colors. And after you're done doing it, after you're done doing, let me see, like on the camera. So is everyone done? So after you're done, let me see your canvas like this. Remember, like you put a decent amount of paint on it. All right, good. Please stop. They don't need to see my face. Okay, so now let's move on to the next color. Choose your other color. And do the same thing again. Pour it in places that you want. So right here. Look like this. It doesn't matter if it looks weird right now because it's gonna at the end it's gonna look like this. So basically just keep on doing that with all your colors until you've gone through every color. So it should look something like this. It doesn't have to look exactly like this, but just put blobs of paint everywhere. And make sure it's evenly spaced. So is everyone done with your canvases? If you're not, you can still take more time. But huh? Who is
Since I have a big canvas, can I use more than 4 colors?
yeah. It doesn't have to be exactly 4 colors. So yeah. How big is your canvas? Let me see. Yeah, okay, that's
Something
fine.
like this.
It, and as you're pouring the paint, remember to pour it so that it's evenly spaced. It's not like in one area there's a lot of paint. It should be evenly spaced everywhere. And when you're doing it, don't use a paintbrush. You can just pour it without like having to.
can see what everybody's doing.
So is everyone done with pouring the paint? If you're done, if you're done, give me a thumbs up and put your canvas so I can see it. Okay.
Now get it.
Wait, let me see. Okay, that's good. So most people are doing it right, but again, when you're pouring the paint, remember it's evenly spaced. There should be paint everywhere. It shouldn't be in one area constant, like evenly all over the canvas. Okay. So now let's move on to the next step, and this part's the final one. It'll make it look like the earlier one.
They do not have that ready. Let's tell them so they can get it.
Okay, so now that we're done with the paint stuff, so go in your kitchen and get plastic wrap. It can be any type of plastic wrap. So get plastic wrap, like this stuff, and cut it so that it's around the size of your canvas. It should be bigger than your canvas, okay? So get plastic wrap and cut it. And as you're taking the plastic wrap, remember to keep it flat. Don't like it's not crumble. Don't like, what's it called? Like scrunch it up. Don't scrunch it up. It should be flat like this.
You can't see.
So plastic wrap like this. I'll give you a few minutes to get the plastic wrap. After everyone's done with the plastic wrap, give me a thumbs up.
You're drying it on the photo.
All right, so do most of you have the plastic wrap? If you have the plastic wrap, give me a thumbs up. Okay, good job. Okay, so now we're gonna start with the final step, okay? Okay, so you take your plastic wrap, right? And then you place it on your canvas, okay? Like this. So you see my canvas down there? You take your plastic wrap and you place it on it, okay?
Wait.
What if we don't have plastic wrap? Yeah, what are the Prabhuji? What is the paint's name?
It should be acrylic paint. It can be any type of acrylic paint.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Have paper paint, plastic wrap.
You can't do it. Nine. If you don't have plastic wrap, you could use if you don't have plastic wrap, you can use like a plastic bag, but it won't work as well. It works best with plastic wrap. If you want it to look like this, you should use plastic wrap.
No.
It's not the color scheme. Okay, so after everyone has placed the plastic wrap on the painting, give me a thumbs up. Okay, I see 1, 2, 3. Okay, now we'll start with the next step, okay? Okay, so now that you have the plastic wrap on here, so you take your hands, right? And you basically smudge the paint. Like with your hand, you roll it over and then you make sure the paint goes everywhere on the canvas, like this.
Keep something below so that you can spill.
Oh yeah, and keep something below your painting so the paint doesn't get everywhere. Okay, so you keep on touching the paint until the paint is mostly everywhere, okay?
Only for
I'm being serious. Look, like this. It should look like this right now. And if you see that you have too less paint and it's not covering everything, you can lift it up a little bit and like put some paint on the canvas. So like this, or okay, guys, do you all have it like this? After you're done with it, it should look something like this, okay? It doesn't have to look exactly like it, but something like this. Look like this. It should still have the plastic wrap on it. Don't remove the plastic wrap yet. Okay, good job, Kushi. Yours looks good. Can everyone else show? Can everyone show? A good job, Tanvi. Yours looks good too. Mitikeshav also looks good. Vedant also looks good. Okay, most of you are doing it right, okay? So after it looks like this, what you do is you place your canvas down. Don't mess with it now. And okay, so after, if anyone has any question or something, you can raise your hand, but only one at a time. So
if you want the question, you have to have this view. So if anybody raises hand.
okay, is everyone good? Okay, so now we'll start. So now what you do is you take your canvas, right? And you take you hold the plastic foil on one end, and then you lift it one way. So you lift it, so now I'm gonna lift it, but I'm gonna lift it that way, okay? So you lift it back like this, and you can like turn it as you lift it, so the paint gets moved around. And then you put the paper back on spots that are white. If you have any spots that are still white, you can put the paper back on, and you can pull in a different way. You put it on spots, and you keep on pulling. It doesn't matter how many times you do it. Just do it so that the whole canvas gets covered in paint. And if yours gets scrunched up like mine did right now, just don't worry. You can just easily unfold it carefully. Keep on doing it until all your white spots are gone. And your plastic foam might get it might get crumpled up again. And just do the same thing as earlier. Stretch it out so that your thing is good. Place it on the spots that you want colored and cool. If you've used the right types of paint, it'll work. It'll work like it's happening right now. It won't work with watercolor or any other types. So be careful. Can you explain? Okay. Is every part done?
Yes, almost.
Now I'm done with everything, right? Yep. Tom, don't look for me now. And so after you're done and the whole canvas is covered in paint, you can just put your foil down. Now you won't need that anymore. See, mine looks like this after it's done. I pulled it apart and the paint went to places, okay? The whole canvas should be covered in paint. Good job, Dhanvin. Yours looks really good.
And
Harini also looks good. Ojasvi looks good. Balvinda also looks good.
Who else is done? Ujjwal Nitai.
Ujjwal Nitai also looks really good. Good job. Y'all are doing it really good. And Kushi looks good. All your, yeah.
Bhakti showing.
Rama looks good. Sri Hari also a good job. Hridan looks good. Good job. Y'all are doing a good job. Bhakti, good job on yours. And after you're done, remember to take the foil off, okay? After you're done with the like pushing around, the foil doesn't need to be on. I tried it before. All right, so after you're done with yours, so set it aside somewhere where it you can set it aside somewhere where no one will touch it. Okay, it has to dry like this. So set it aside for the time being, and after like a day, it'll be dried, and you can see how it turned out. And yours doesn't have to look exactly like mine. Use different colors and different techniques. Each way is good. So just place it on a paper, and let it dry somewhere. And Arvind, go wash your hands and make sure there's no paint on your hands, and then come back. Now we'll start the pop-up card. I'll be back. I'm gonna wash my hands real quick.
Washing hands is here. Karthik, very nice. Very good, Keshav. Wonderful, Ojasvi.
Ashu.
Ujjwal Nitai, good.
Three.
Lipika, you want to show yours? Shrina, very nice.
You need to spot them, Mataji.
Sorry?
Spotting, Mataji. Karthik, like this, they can see it on the screen, right? Like this.
Right.
Who else is showing?
Moksha is showing.
Here, Shreya. Share.
Shrina, you can add some more colors wherever there is white. You can fully put all colors onto it. Parth, very nice. Krishna, you done?
And now everyone wash your hands and come back, okay? Go put your painting somewhere to dry where no one will touch it.
See the name of the book.
Good job, Toshida. Yours looks really good too. Radhika also looks good. Good job. Krishna and Rama, good job on yours. That looks good too. Okay, now everyone wash your hands and come back, okay? Wash their hands. Okay, now so for those who've like washed their hands and are ready for the next craft, let's start. Okay. So this is what we're gonna be making today. It's a pop-up card, okay? It's for Father's Day is coming up on Sunday, right? So we're gonna make a pop-up card. Look, so all right, so for this, you need any kind of paper is fine, but if you have cardstock or if you have some kind of thick paper, it'll work the best, okay? So everyone go bring some thick paper.
Prabhuji,
Yeah?
I don't have thick paper.
It's fine then, just use construction paper. You probably have construction paper.
What do we need for that?
So for this craft, you need
What do we?
construction paper, some markers, a scissor, and glue.
Cereal box or any like that will work if people who don't have the hard cardboard or something.
It doesn't have to be cardstock. You can use any paper.
Okay.
If you don't have cardstock, you can use construction paper, okay? That's fine too. All right, so once everyone has their paper, right? So you take the paper and you fold it in half. After you fold it, make sure it's folded in half equally. It should look like this, okay? Like a card. After everyone's folded it, please show on camera. Hey, good job. Most of you have it. Good job. All right, so now let's start. So what you do is, so take a ruler, if you have a ruler. Hold on, wait. Okay, so after everyone has a ruler, so this is what you do. You take your paper. And you take a pencil, okay? So on your paper, measure. So on your paper, measure 2 inches from the edge of each paper and make a mark.
Where are we gonna mark it?
So you take your, okay, look, this is what you do. So you take your paper, right? It's folded in half, and then on the crease, you take a ruler and measure 2 inches from the edge. So on the edge, measure it so that it's 2 inches, and at the 2-inch mark, make a mark with your pencil.
Okay. Oh, like that?
Yeah, just a small mark, and make it on both sides of the paper. So one here and one there.
Okay. Got it.
Mom, here's a question.
Does it have to be 2 inches?
It looks the best with 2 inches off the edge, but it can be any much.
Okay.
Okay, so after you've made the mark, right? So take your ruler and measure 1 inch up from the mark. Hold on, I'll do it and then I'll show you. Okay, look. So it should look like this. So remember the places we marked? So go up an inch from that. After you're done with that, just make after you're done with that, make a line to connect it so it's a rectangle. Look, it should look like this. Okay, so after you're done with that, so off the box, make a 1/2 inch mark. Look like this. So you draw the cardboard and then make a mark on the cardboard, 1/2 inch from the edge. Like this. You see these 2 marks? Okay, so after you're done with that, then go up another inch. So look like this. And then make another rectangle. So one rectangle on top of another. After you're done with that, make another rectangle, and then we'll start with the pop-up. Look, 2 marks like that. And then make another rectangle on top of it. And this last rectangle I'm making, only go 1/2 inch up. Look, it should look like this. Or it should look something like this. Doesn't have to look exactly like it.
Prabhuji, are you making that on the card or on the construction or for the pop-up?
This is for the pop-up. So on the you take the paper and you just draw it.
Okay, okay.
Oh, I don't have a ruler.
Um,
Can you
I don't
repeat
have a
that
ruler
again?
that's Do your best to draw like a decent sized rectangle.
Can you tell me what we did from the beginning?
Yeah, okay. So first you take the paper on the crease side, you measure 2 inches off
you repeat that again?
and you make a mark. So 2 inches off the edge, you make a mark and you make a rectangle here. And then on the rectangle, you measure half an inch off the edge and you make another rectangle. And you measure half an inch off the edge and you make another rectangle. So in the end, it should look like this. Okay. Alright, so after everyone's done with making the rectangles, then you take a scissor and hold on, look, I'll do it and then I'll show you.
Mama, what is 1 inch?
This much, inches. On the side it says inches.
So after you're done with making the rectangles, right? You take a scissor and you cut up the side of the bottom rectangle. Only the side. Don't cut this way. Only the side. So it should be like this.
Can you tell me the steps again?
For what? From the beginning or from
From the beginning.
Alright, so you take your paper on the crease side. So on the side that you folded, you take a ruler, you measure 2 inches off one of the corners, right? And then do the same thing off the other corner. And then you make 2 marks up here, and you draw a big rectangle at the bottom. And then you measure half an inch off the corner of the big rectangle, and then you make another rectangle. You do the same thing this side. And then you do it on the top finally one more time. And then you have this. And then you take your scissors and you cut these sides of the bottom rectangle. After you're done cutting the sides of the bottom rectangle, unfold your card and push the side that you and push it out that you cut.
Is it 2 inches or 2 centimeter?
Inches.
Okay.
Wait, I got
And so you push it out. So it's like this.
ఇక్కడ హాఫ్ ఇంచ్ గ్యాప్ ఇవ్వాలి. హాఫ్ అంటే ఇది 1 కదా, ఇక్కడ హాఫ్. ఓకే,
Fold down. So make sure the bottom rectangle. And when you fold it, it should be like this. Down and then unfold. It'll be a small box like this.
How do you make that box? Like when you cut it and open it?
So what you do is, so remember how we made these rectangles? So what you do is, on the bottom big one, right? You take a scissor and you cut this side and this side of the rectangle, but not the top, only the sides. And after you're done with that, you unfold it and you push it in and then you push it in and then you fold it down at the same time. So then it becomes a box like this. If you did it right, then it'll come up like this. When you open it, there'll be a small box in it. And the bottom side will look like this. So after you're done with that, you take your scissor and on the side that we made the boxes, do the same thing again. So look, hold on. I'll do it and then I'll show you guys. Yeah, hold on. I'll cut and then I'll show. So look, wait. Okay. So now you cut the side of the second rectangle. And remember to only, okay, so look. After you cut it, it should look something like this. The cuts on the inside should look something like this. Wait, is it showing? Look, like this. Yeah, good job, Kavish. You got one rectangle good. Good job, Hridan. Rahul, you've done it good too. And Shrena, you did a good job too. Harney, you also did good. All right, so most of you have the first square down pretty good. So now again for the second square, remember what you do. You fold it down here, right? After it's folded, you take the on the side that we drew the rectangles, right? You take that side, hold it here. You take the scissor and you cut the side of the second rectangle. So like this and this. Here and there. So after you've made the cut, right? You do the same thing like you did earlier. You push it in again, and then you fold down. So push it out and
When you see this, there's two holes. Which one should we keep? There's two.
What did you say? Can you say it again?
When you have this paper, there are there are like two strips right here. Which one should we cut it in?
You only cut the one that you drew the rectangles on. You know the side that you drew the rectangles on?
Yeah.
Yeah, you take that side. So what you're talking about is this, right? Hold on. Yes, so you cut the side. Hold on. After, if you did it right, it should look like this. Two boxes.
How to cut the second one?
What you do is, alright, so look, for the second one, right? So you, hold on.
No. I need to get this out. Close.
Alright, so for the second square, this is what you do, okay? Look. So remember the second rectangle that we drew?
Yes.
Alright, so when you look here, so there'll be two of these things, right? There's one bottom here and there's one here. So what you do is you cut on the side where you drew the rectangle.
I have a question.
So one side should be cut, one side should not be cut, like this.
Oh, got it. Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, Krishna, I have a question. So, how'd you do the second fold again?
Second fold, like you can look, huh?
Oh, for the second one, so do you have it cut already?
Yeah,
Okay, so if you have it cut, then what you do is you push the second one in, right? And then you fold it down. You push the second one and you fold it down. And it's another box.
Okay, thanks.
This one.
I have a question.
Yeah.
How do you cut out the first one?
Okay, so for the first one, really show you because I already folded it, but so what you do is on the remember on the crease side, right? You take you cut you cut this side of the so you cut this side and this side, not the top part. And after you have two slits, you push it in and you fold it down.
So I cut both of the sides like this.
Wait, who are you? Let me see your screen.
Jadega.
I have. Come on, buddy.
Okay, I can see you. Now show me what you did.
So I cut it out over here at the sides.
Yeah, that's good. Good. And now you push that side in and you fold it down at the same time. So look. So look, this is what you push it in, right? And fold it at the same time. It'll make a proper fold. So it'll be a square. Okay, so everyone who's done the second square also.
Vinita Gandurika Mataji.
Is this right?
Yes, Mataji?
Mataji, kids can unmute by themselves, right?
Yes, they are unmuting, I think. Just let me check, Mataji. Yes,
Prabhu,
Mataji.
can we cut the third?
Yeah, we'll start with the
Prabhuji, this is hard. Can you send the instructions? Prabhu, can we cut the third one? Is it like this?
everyone mute yourself for
How do you fold it for the first one? This is hard.
you did a good job. You can
This second one is hard. This is basically mine. How to do the second one? Can you?
Okay, I muted
The
everyone.
first one is
Everyone stay muted.
okay. The second one is hard.
Okay, everyone, wait, hold on 1 second. So Kushi, you did a good job. You can unpin yourself.
How did you do the second box? How about
Who's asking?
Hey Krishna, I have a question.
Okay, Yukta, wait.
Is this okay?
Wait, only one person at a time.
Right here.
Show me your screen.
Hare Krishna. I have one box here.
Okay, good job. You did good.
How do I do the second box?
Who's asking?
Avyukta again.
Oh, okay.
Mataji, how did you do this?
Okay, so
What's your
you have the first one, right?
second one?
On the side that you drew the second square.
Prabhuji, I don't know what to do in this. Either. I did the first box. Is it like this?
Okay, guys, I'm showing it one more time, okay? So for the second square, right? When you have it done, on the side that you drew the squares, you cut straight on both the sides, and then you push it in and you fold. After you do that, you should have two squares like this. For the second square, remember, you cut up straight here. Straight here, and for the straight here. Okay, now we'll move on to the last square, okay? Because we don't have much time. Okay. So for the last square, after you have the two rectangles, right? For the last square, again, on the side that you already drew it. So look, like this. You cut straight again on two sides of the top square. After you've cut the two sides of the top square, look, like this over here, cut this way and this way for the top last square. After you, a good job, Avikta. You got someone, yeah. Avikta, the pink sheet is right. The way the pink sheet's done is right. Anyway, so you cut up here, and now you do the same thing. You push it in and then you fold it.
Hey, where's the vacuum?
Can what's the next craft? I have a question.
This is the only thing. Okay, so
You're muted.
I'm gonna show now. So after you have it done, it should look like this. Okay, 3 rectangles on top of each other.
Oh. Can you tell us how to do that again?
Can you tell us how to do the second one? Can you tell us how to do the second box?
I can't now because I already did all the squares. So for the second, okay, look, for the second one, just cut the 2 sides of the squares here and do it. For all of you having trouble, go back to the video recording after the call is done so you can see me do it again. It's only straight lines. Just cut the straight lines. All right, now we're gonna move on to the next step. For the rest of the stuff, okay, look. So after you have this, right, you can take your marker and color your cake because this is supposed to be the cake, right? So look, this is one that I already made, right? So again, with the box, right, you can paint it like a cake. Draw the frosting on top, and then just do dots for like the cake. So do that for each of the levels, and after you do that, you'll move on to the next part.
It was a cake. You didn't get it for watching.
Look, so just draw the icing on like here, and then move on to the next one.
And you're gonna do yours
Never.
after. Wait, you did it.
No.
Waste of paper. Waste of our oxygen. Can you show the drawing?
Yeah, hold on, wait. So what I'm doing, I'm drawing like icing on top, like I'm doing like drips.
Oh, you're drawing it.
Yeah.
I thought you not
Please
drawing.
Nirvi screen once.
What? What'd you say?
Can you please see Nirvi's screen once?
You're muted.
This. The icing should look like this. Okay, just draw like waves on the edge of the door.
All same side.
Yeah, we do like this. I know.
Prabhu, can you please see Nirvi's screen?
Hold on.
Okay, Nithai, don't cry. Don't cry. I rub it.
Why we are getting this all on the
Huh?
all the 3 layers?
Yeah, it should be all like the same height. It's fine.
It's fine?
Yeah, you've done it.
Because I see many of them are just little inside, one inside the
It
other.
doesn't matter either way. Both ways are good.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yeah, good job, Samskriti. Good job. Just do waves like this, and then color it in. Hey, look. So this is how mine looks for like at the end. Like this, okay?
Wow.
So
Nice.
this will be your cake, okay? Like one that I already did looks like this with the cake. Okay. And after you're done like coloring on the cake, then at the top here you can write whatever you want, like Happy Father's Day or Happy Birthday. You can write anything you want. I'm gonna write Happy Father's Day on top here, okay?
You said you had to stop. This Susie. Oh, I need the pillow.
I don't have time. Okay, so look, this is what I've done. You can write Happy Father's Day up top, and then you have your cake here. Does everyone have that? Good job, Ujjvala. Yours looks really good. Yeah.
हरि बोल प्रभु जी अभी done with the card.
Yeah. Yeah, this should be. Yeah. After
Okay.
Happy Birthday and do the cake, it's done. That's the craft. And if you want, you can make more boxes to the side and like add like pictures of gifts. Like, look what I did with this one here. So I did the cake, and then over here, I cut out here and I drew and I like pasted like a picture of balloons, and then a gift here. You can do that for yours. Okay, and then with your one, after you do the cake, right, you take another piece of construction paper and you just cover the outside of the card so they can't see the cutouts, like I did here. So you take a construction paper and you glue it to the edge of the card so it looks like this. So that's the finished product. Sorry if it was a little too confusing, but most of you got it. Good job.
Okay. So since the next teacher is ready, so shall we wrap up this call, Prabhu?
Yes, Mataji.
Thank you.
Thank you.